Hey everyone, I was asked by a friend of mine how to use this uh, Physicians Formula Butter Glow and Go stick, and it's in the shade Beachy Pink. And I'm going to show it to you so that way my friend can also watch this video as a tutorial, and any one of you who is also watching can also benefit. So this is how I like to use the product. You can also go straight with the stick onto the face, but that's also going to give you a much sharper contour, and that might be a little bit too harsh on your features. So if you want a softer look, this is the tutorial for you. What I like to do is to take the stick and a flat brush. It can be a contour brush like this, or even just a slightly rounder brush. I think you get a better effect if it's a flatter brush. And I take the stick, I take the contour side first, and I take a good amount and I rub it onto the back of my hand. This helps to warm up the product, and as it's a stick form, it's a balm, so heating up the product on your skin helps to bring it to life, help it to move around a little bit, and then I pat it onto the tip of the brush like this, and then it's ready to place onto the face. I would start with the perimeter of the face, anywhere where you have kind of more shadows to your face. You can kind of start to chisel out those cheekbones, around the hairline, sticking to kind of the perimeter of the face. And then as you need to grab more product, you can dip into your hand again. And this gives you a very light, controlled application. The temples are a really great area. If you want to make your forehead appear a little smaller, you can kind of do the hairline around the forehead area. And slowly but surely, it just brings a little bit more dimension to the face. And then if you need to apply more, you can just apply more to the back of the hand and dip back in. This product is also great if you apply it to the eyes. You can just dab it right on. And when I'm applying it to the face, so I'm dabbing onto the hand, and to apply to the face, I'm pressing it in. And the lighter you press, so you just dab, 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 the lighter it's going to apply. You can also press a little harder, and that's going to have a little heavier application, of course. So if you want to really dab it into some of those darker points of the cheekbones, you can do that. You can see how it kind of lightly sculpts the face. You can also get a little light nose contour. What you can also do is actually put it on the nose and then wipe it with your finger. But of course, that's going to be a lot more dramatic. And so if you want a lighter touch, just dab, 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 and dab, dab, dab. This is not technically a contour, it's more of a bronzer, but I think it does well for a little bit of both. So I like kind of putting the application in the same placement as you would contour and slightly higher, so it does a little bit of bronzy contour action. Specifically this Beachy Pink stick, it has a little bit of a cooler bronze tones, so you can also do underneath the chin and then a little bit of the jawline. And when I do the jawline, it's okay to kind of drag, because if you remove a little product from the chin, it's not going to show that much. And then when you're done bronzing up that face, so I think I'm looking pretty good, having a little bit more dimension, then you can turn the stick over, and you can either wipe off the excess product. I don't care. And you can also change the brush out if you care about transfer, but I'm a dirty bitch. I don't care. So I just go in with the blush, and I do the same thing. So I put some onto the back of my hand, a good amount. I like a lot of blush. If you want to do a little bit of it at a time, you can. And so this gives you a lot more control in how much you want to add to the face. So you can just add a little bit to the hand, add it to the face, and this gives you a lot more control than adding the stick right to the face. And then also be careful, these lids tend to fly off and you get them lost all over the bathroom. So once you put the lid back on, you might want to just put it off to the side. I knock it all over the place, and then they're lost. And so once that's on the back of the hand, dab, 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 and then I like to put them kind of right up here. You can even go down to the apples of the cheeks. It really depends on how you want to arrange the fullness of the blush. When you go up more on your cheekbones, it gives it more of an angled look, giving you kind of a slimmer look to the face. The closer to the dimples or apples of the cheeks gives you kind of a fuller, rounder face. But I feel like I have kind of a rounder face, so I like to give it as much of an angled look as I can. So I stick kind of up here a little bit more and then blend that out. Some people also like to put blush around the nose. You can if you don't, you can if you want. Some people also like to put a little blush up here. You can also put it around your eyes too. This is really a multi-use product. Some people even use the pink on the lips. I find that it accentuates a little bit of the dryness on my lips, so I don't like to use it as a lip product for me, but you do you. It's makeup, play around with it, see what works. But yeah, and I like this product. It gives a really natural look, a really nice glow. I don't look the greatest because I don't have my eyes or my lips done, but I hope that you'll give it a whirl and trust that this product is a pretty good one. And I like that it has really good luminosity. It gives a little bit more dimension to the skin, but also for more mature skin, it gives a little bit more life to the skin. It is moisturizing, so especially if you have a little bit drier skin or whatnot, it really does help. So I've really enjoyed this product. I hope you give it a try. Again, it's the Physicians Formula Butter Glow and Go Stick, and this shade is in the Beachy Pink, so it's the lightest shade.